Hello, my name is Raymond. I'm from Central Texas. Work in communications, and this is Financial Audit.
Work in communications. How old are you, by the way?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm 28.
It's okay. Yeah. So what do you do in communications?
So I dispatch for a police department.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
That's probably stressful.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I couldn't even imagine, because I'm sure you just crazy situations constantly.
Yeah, constantly.
So
nonstop.
like dispatch are you the ones, you're not the one taking the call, correct?
We are.
You are.
Yes.
So dispatch does take the call and says who to go where?
Yes.
Wow.
So
it's a big responsibility.
Yeah, you're either working call taking or you're either like dispatching calls.
Yeah.
So
how many hours a week are you doing that?
Right now with staffing, probably anywhere between 40 and 60.
40 and 60?
Yeah.
And I bet that is a mental job. I bet that can take a mental strain.
Yeah, I think you'll see that.
Okay, so cope.
Yeah, there's a lot of cope.
Okay. That makes sense. So 50 okay. Well, what are you bringing in on a monthly average from this job?
So I sent you a Google sheet. I show on there like my absolute base 40 hours a week is I think 1368 every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. That's my bring home. That's after taxes, deductions. And then absolute max I can bring home about 4,000, I think is on there.
Per month.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what I saw. It was just about 4,000. But what do you think's on average? Let's get an average.
Average is probably about 1,700 every 2 weeks.
Okay, 1,700 every 2 weeks. So let's. But I hate biweekly because some months are going to be longer. But we're just going to say average of $3,400 a month. Just when we're doing the budget later, that'll help. Okay, so how do we feel living in the Central Texas area? $3,400 a month. Obviously, interesting situation we got here, but
yeah. So there is a lot. I feel like with the income and then like the price of stuff in my area, I could be okay.
Yeah.
I think right now I've just gotten into so much minimum monthly payments that it's hurting a lot. So.
Yeah. Give yourself a score, 0 to 10.
Zeros all the way, maybe a 2 for retirement because I do have some through the.
So because of retirement, you'd give your whole score 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if you want to average it out.
Yeah,
I know sometimes. I think recently you've like branched it out where it's like 0 for this, 0 for that, and
yeah, each category has its own. Then they're weighted equally, and then they're divided by 50 totally. So what would you give yourself an entire?
Probably a 1.
1.
Yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately, and I hate that I'm saying this immediately, but unfortunately, I'm gonna have a hard time with a 1 because 159.56% annual percentage rate. On the first of like a million loans we're about to see, you borrow money like it is a full-time job. Like when we're not getting calls at dispatch, are we going to fuckmylife.com and taking out 1,000,000% in loans on a daily basis?
Pretty much, yeah.
So obviously we took out a payday loan. Okay, so guess what? Amounts financed $1,400. You borrowed $1,500, but paying this off, you're going to pay a total of $2,903. $2,903. What did you possibly borrow $1,400 for?
It was to consolidate the other payday loans.
Oh, it's a payday loan consolidation through payday?
Yep.
Oh, death. Why are you taking out payday loans, my dude? As you said, as you already admitted, you make enough to survive in your area.
So it was just a lot of the coping. So back in February this year, me and my wife separated. And so...
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. I think before that, everything was good. You know, we were making it. We had everything kind of budgeted out and we were doing good. And most of this you'll see is just from like the last 6 months.
Was the separation expected?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's probably like played a big toll on you.
Very much.
Okay.
That's where a lot of, and there's a lot of mental health, a lot of that, issues with the job. So
is this the right job for you?
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I've always been in law enforcement, so
really,
yeah. Okay. It was just getting through that. I've had no issues before that happened. Afterwards, it was like I was trying to work through it, and I think working through it in this profession wasn't a good idea.
Within the separation, has a divorce officially happened?
No.
Okay. What are we expecting from the divorce financially?
Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not. It wasn't a bad separation.
Sure.
We're still friends.
I'm really sorry. That's hard.
Yeah, it's
really difficult.
It hurt, and that's where like a lot of the mentality.
Have you sought help?
Yes.
Mental health help?
Recently, yes.
Recently?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, well, better late than never.
Yeah, I've got therapies provided through the work. And then...
Definitely should be for that job.
Yeah, and then I'm seeing a new psychiatrist and stuff. So
okay. Yeah. Very good. Have you found that has helped?
Yes, it has.
Okay, so yeah, we talked a lot about the coping. Now, coping, I understand more like some of the credit cards you've built up and all of this, but what were we getting with the payday loans? What were you even doing? You have to be like in the most desperate situation possible to take out a payday loan.
Yeah. So, stupidity. Stupidity was 100% of it.
Yeah, what were you getting, man?
Just buying anything. Like, I know during the beginning, I was just like buying random for the house. I'm sorry. I was just buying random stuff for the house.
Oh, you can say
Oh, okay.
I say I say it all.
But there's just like, I went, originally it started with, we bought a laptop for the nephew, which was the Best Buy card. That's when we opened the Best Buy card. And then from there, it was like, oh, I can use this anywhere. And then, yeah, it's just random stuff.
But the payday loans, I'm still just, again, it makes more sense on the card. But yes. So they never went to anything in particular? You were just getting them, money?
Random stuff.
Did you not understand payday loans?
No, I understood them.
Okay.
So
was it like a we've given up on life situation? Because that's almost what it sounds like.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Not on life, but just on my finances, basically. It's like, oh, I'll just get this money and then pay it off. And it really...
And clearly you didn't, because you consolidated. You had to consolidate them.
So it spiraled into... I originally had a plan to borrow the money for one pay period and then pay it off. When the payoff came, I forgot that there was an auto payment that came through, and then I had already gotten another payday loan. So that was supposed to cover it. I was supposed to only have one payday loan, but then I was stuck with two, which was like $600 a month, because they're like, you pay 20% every check basically. And so that was what got rid of that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You know what's crazy? You know what's wild? And oh gosh. Okay. We uploaded an episode today. I'm dating when we're recording this, and I think it was like the worst situation we've ever seen. I don't know how it happens. Mm-hmm. How people just one up each other. Yeah. I'm sorry that you're in there, but I'm still mentally in that episode, and then all of a sudden we're here, and I'm like, payday loans. Wrapped up in this. What's the balance of this? What's the current balance? Did you just take this out? Like, I don't see a current balance.
Which one is it?
This is the payday loan of death.
Yeah. Do you know what? Does it say what company? Yeah. So that one's currently $1,200.
Okay. So it just started.
Recently. Yeah. It's been like a month, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it hasn't had the chance to have all that insanity of death interest. So $1,200. Ruined me. What's the 103.71 is
check.
The what?
It's $103 a check. So every 2 weeks.
That's
so it's $206 a month, I believe.
The fact that it's even structured per check, that just ruined me. That just like infuriated me. Because it makes it feel like it's manageable, but it's not. It's terrible. It's death. It's insanity.
At the time, the mentality was $103 a check was better than the $400 a check or the $300 a check.
Yeah. Saving that money. money. I love when my money is making more money, and the SoFi high yield savings account I use has 4.6% interest on that money. It's the savings account I personally use for my tax money that I set aside and other money that I just want to be building while it's just sitting there. And you can get bonuses by signing up all the way up to $250 by using my affiliate link in the description below. And it's not just because they're my affiliate. I personally use them. They're great. I've had a great experience with them so far. And I only recommend those who I like working with and who I like using. So if you have money sitting in savings, have that money make some more money and use that high yield savings account. Link in the description below. 4.6% and bonuses all the way up to $250. Okay. $207.42 per month. Okay.
And then in the Google Sheets, it's labeled next to it. It should be that one, and then the credit fresher per check.
Okay. I'm going to throw that to my side.
Okay.
Because it harms me. Affirm every second of your life. You're affirm. Someone must have just got a new gaming PC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two
new gaming PCs?
Yeah.
Why do you need two possibly?
I got one for me and my sister.
Your sister! I'm sure she's lovely. She's great. You have payday loans. You can't afford to survive. You're getting money stolen from you on a paycheck basis. Your sister does not get... Can you return sister's gaming PC?
Not sure. I'll have to check.
Yeah, we check. Sister's gaming PC is going back. Sister gets her own gaming PC, or you pay off the debt, get a fully funded emergency fund, catch up on your retirement, and then you gift her a gaming PC. What GPU do you have?
4070 Ti.
Yes. Halfway decent. Processor?
i7-137.
How much wham? How much dedicated wham?
About 64 whams.
Okay. Well, listen, I'm a nerd. I'm all about it. I got it. But guess what? I got mine when I was out of debt. I was out of debt. You can't afford to live. You don't need a fucking gaming PC, which just presents you to spend more money on getting the games.
Yeah.
What are you even playing on it?
Well, right now, Starfield, Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, you do need a good GPU for that Starfield.
Yeah. But so these are about, I think I'm almost a year into them. I think I'll have to double check, but
a year into them?
Yeah,
are you sure you're a year into them? Okay. Affirm. This is from Newegg, so kill me. Jeez. Loan amount $1,901, and there's $1,000 left. So yeah, you're into it at 30% interest rate. No, you're not. No. You're like 6 months into this because it's a 12-month installment and loan. So this one's like 6 months into. What did you get from there?
Is that Newegg?
Yeah, it's Newegg. What'd you get from Newegg?
That was the 4070 Ti.
What came in your PC?
A 3060, I think.
Use it for a bit.
Yeah.
For a bit. It's okay. You put settings on lower settings for a bit.
Yeah.
So that you can survive. So that you don't die on the Walmart floor.
I just hit the mic by accident. I don't
It's
know if that messed up anything.
It's okay. I'm feeling like I want to punch my mic. Oh yeah. 30%. What is the monthly payment on this 30%?
$176.
At least you know it.
Yeah.
I respect that. Now, guess what? I Buy Power. We went and we got, when I got my first gaming PC, which is the one we're using for the studio back there, very good. Very good. And I've had it for a while now. It was cheaper than this, so you got a damn good PC.
Yep. And I'm sure being a pre-built, it was a little overpriced.
Depends where you get it from. I Buy Power. I don't know. I got mine from NZXT. It was overpriced for about $300 with parts, but it was pre-assembled, of course. I only did that because the GPU in the pandemic, they were like over gouging on reselling.
I think I got lucky.
I think you got. You got bullied on
Yeah.
Newegg. Okay, so you owe on this one $2,099.28. Interest rate 30%.
Yep.
And are you sure you're into this? You borrowed $2,491 and you still owe over $2,000. Minimum monthly payment on this one.
That's the computer? So
well, there's two I Buy Powers.
Yes, so one of them is $137 a month, and one of them is $136. And they're 24-month loans.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
To be clear, I don't get angry at the individual. People have asked like why I'm so connected to the situation. I've been in really, really bad debt. Okay, for what it's worth. Usually I've been in worse debt than most guests on the show, but of course yours is worse than I was then. But I'm just picturing myself in there, and I'm furious. I'm furious on your behalf, and it just kills me. Yeah. It just brings out all of my emotions.
Well, I feel like I haven't been this way with myself for the last, while. And so this is kind of why I'm here. This is what I need is for you to be that part,
Okay. I'll speak for that part of you inside. Absolutely. We have a remaining balance, 1,763 on here. And, it's like the 136 probably at 30% interest. 30%. Everything's 30%. Except for the payday loan, which was at 1,000,000%. Best Buy credit card. What did you say you did with this? You bought your nephew something? You give too many people money you don't have. Yeah. To be very clear. Yeah. You give people money that you have as long as you're hitting your investment goals, as long as you can afford to survive. What'd you buy?
So I believe 1,100 of it is the laptop.
It was another computer call.
Yeah. For his high school graduation. And the rest of it was just bullshit.
No.
Yeah. What?
You know what's killing me?
The interest.
Yeah, the interest is bad. Missed payment. Why are you possibly missing a payment?
It shouldn't be missed.
Well, guess what? It was, sir. Past due amount, $92. Which, by the way, this is not the only card that's going to happen on as we go through this. So,
I didn't think I had any missed payments.
Oh,
I didn't think so.
Oh, so okay. So we're just not very in tune with our finances, are we?
Well,
correct. Oh, well.
No, yes, no, yes, no, yes.
No, yes. So, well, if we're missing a payment, we're getting penalty fees and overdrafting our checking account. Spoiler alert. Yeah. We're not very in tune with our finances, especially if you don't know what's happening. Yeah, minimum due now, $245.28. I just heard my voice go high on that one. My goodness. Hopefully I'm not harming your ears. This is stressful. The balance went up even though you made a 63. Well, so you're not making the full payments. You're past due. Okay. Well, I'm glad there's no purchases on this card. But there was interest and, of course, fees. Mm-hmm. Interest this year so far, $185. Fees this year so far, $71. That's more than the $41 to fees. That means you've missed 2 payments this year so far on this card, probably.
I thought it was caught up. I thought it should be caught up. I didn't think anything was actually still behind. I'll have to double check that.
Well, here it is, and it's over 30%. It's like 32%.
Yes.
It's getting rough out there with those interest rates. Oh. Credit Fresh. What a fun way to say my life.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is minimum monthly payment. Well, first of all, I've never heard of Credit Fresh. This one's new to me. Outstanding principal balance, $2,000. Previous balance. No. New balance, $2,170. Fees, $115 of fees.
Yeah.
Fees. What were the fees for? I don't know. This is only one page. What were the fees for? And why did I get the second page?
That's all it had.
It says page 1 of 2. So I'm guessing you made a payment. You missed a payment.
No, I didn't miss a payment. I think that one's structured to add the fees. That's why I just realized that after the first payment. And that was my goal, is that one needs to go as quick as possible.
What even is this? What is Credit Fresh?
It's the same thing as Op Finance or the Op loans. It's a personal loan.
What's the interest? Or the fees baked in, what does it equate to?
I don't know, probably like 80%, but I'm not sure.
I just can't believe that's even a thing that exists. Yeah. Please help me through this episode and hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 1 million subscribers. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed so far. I love you. Now back to the pain.
I'm clamming up, so I do that too. It's just start to whisper like a mouse or something when I'm.
Well, I sound like Mickey Mouse when I get excited. I've learned.
Yeah. So if I need to speak up, just let me know.
You can always speak a little louder. That'd be good.
Okay.
But capital one. Good old $1,971.70 owed, as if there wasn't enough debt at minimum monthly payments of your life. You just live off minimum monthly payments. Fees charged. Yeah, you made a $10 payment. The minimum monthly payment was $147. We can't be making $10 payments. Why don't you just have automatic payments turned on if you clearly can't manage it? Oh, because you overdraft in your checking account, so you don't ever have enough money in there. Yeah. Why are you not making these? Why the
I've just built myself into where there's not the money there. Except for that I don't want there to be. There's a bunch of spending. That's what it is.
I know.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, I know.
I'm not going to lie to you because the proof is in front of you. So
member fee, late fee, total interest, $373 of interest this year so far, $66 of fees.
Yep.
27.9% interest rate.
So this one's almost done.
What's the current balance?
I got one more payment, $304.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. At a 21% interest rate. So what was this? What was up?
This was for surgery.
Oh, geez. What did you? Yeah. What happened?
No, me and my wife at the time we went to Mexico and had weight loss surgery.
Oh, yeah. Okay. When did you do that?
Back in November.
How has that been so far?
It's been good.
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm like kind of staggering at 100 pounds, but
you're down 100 though.
Yeah,
dude.
And
absolutely, come on.
And I think she was around the same.
Okay.
So
you found yourself plateauing though, is what you seem to suggest?
I don't think the divorce helped at all.
No, so, I wouldn't think so. Okay, and hopefully you're talking to your therapist and psychologist about this, correct?
Yes.
Okay. But definitely be proud of the progress you've made. And I'm glad you're taking control. It shows, actually, it's given me an optimistic part of this so far. First optimistic thing that has come so far is you've done what is necessary to take care of that part. And I struggle with my physical health part. Mm-hmm. It takes a big mental effort, and it's showing you that there's a part of you that has self-control and determination. Even through the struggles of the divorce, I know it's made it harder, but you haven't yo-yoed, right? Mm-mm. You haven't gone back up. See, that even that within itself is a win. So it's showing you that there is, I think you can tackle this. It's going to be hard. We're going to have to create a plan, but
yeah, you will. You'll see in the bank statements that a lot of the food addiction and stuff is still there, and then we'll get to the point where like half of that gets tossed out. So it's just spending to spend because physically, you can't eat.
I don't want. Yeah, so, and I also, do you want to?
No.
Yeah, I don't want you to gain it back because the stomach can stretch back out.
Yeah.
So, we must have driven here in a lovely old Nissan.
Yep.
Nissan Murano.
Yep.
I don't even know that. 2020?
Mm-hmm.
Maturity date 2029?
Yep.
The end of this decade?
It was a panic buy.
Go on.
So, I was driving a 2015 Dodge Journey. I owed about $7,000 or $8,000 more than what it was worth, and there was some mechanical issues that it was having. I was having trouble getting it to start. It was a push to start, so I don't know anything about cars, but yeah, I was having trouble with it getting to push to start. It would start shaking and stuff, and then driving down the road, as you were driving, it would just start like kicking, and so
you took it to a mechanic.
No. I immediately got scared and
what? Drove to a car lot and took out a evil, disgusting loan?
Yeah, it was a very impulsive.
So we have basically a $30,000 loan paying off by the end of this decade with minimum monthly payments of $656.56. And bi-weekly payments. I don't know if that's how it's structured or if that's how you're doing it to do it.
No, it's not bi-weekly.
Okay, but you're paying bi-weekly. Or at least in this statement you did. You paid $330 and then you paid $330.
So one payment I did. I went ahead and paid half of it early.
Okay. It's a 16.66% interest rate.
Yeah.
Ruin.
I really hate myself for it because...
No. Well, I don't like that talk.
Well, I mean, now I do, but my Dodge Journey was... I had $13,000 left on it at 3%. Or 3.5%.
That sucks, dude.
Yeah.
It sucks.
So
don't hate yourself for it. I don't want to. I don't want to be talking like that. We're not talking about that. What you're gonna do, because your life matters, just like your life mattered enough for you to work hard and extend the longevity of your life by taking control of your physical health, and you're on that journey. Your life matters in terms of, I want you to get to a place where you're going to be able to retire. We don't hate ourselves for past mistakes. I'm going through your situation. I make it very, I react naturally based on my own reactions. And I try to also make it very clear to the person sitting on the other side of the table how bad it is, because so many people come in and they're like, it's not great, but it's not that bad either. Oh, it's bad. So I make sure they kind of know, just like in Kitchen Nightmares, you start, you go in, you show how nasty the fridge is and all that stuff and getting all rotten. Wake up call.
Yeah.
And do not hate your life. Do not hate yourself. You've made mistakes. Absolutely. I have too, but a mistake I made a decade ago, a mistake I made 5 years ago, it does not define the rest of my life. What defines my life is what I'm doing right now, what progress I am taking to better my life, and then personal improvement as we go. You're judged for what's right now. You'll be judged for what you do in the future. Let's use what we've learned in the past, use it as a learning lesson to make educated decisions going forward. So I just want that language out of your mouth.
Mm-hmm. I'll try.
Well, if you actually think that way, I really want you to talk to your therapist about it. I really do. Oh, now here's basically the devil. Credit One, my least favorite institution in the world. Credit One. And it comes in the mail. It's disguised to look like Capital One. You're like, yeah, it's Capital One. Yeah. And it comes in with all these terrible fees on a monthly basis and interest. Luckily, I mean, you only owe $199.11. They usually don't allow you to have a huge balance. Yeah, yours is only $300 on here. So thank goodness, or else you would have spent more than that. Total fees charged this year so far, $141.37 of interest. Mm-hmm. Thank you for not purchasing on this either. And you did a minimum monthly payment of $30. Good.
All three of them are cut up.
All three what?
Credit cards.
Good lad. Good lad.
Capital One, Best Buy, and Credit One, they're all cut up.
Good lad. Make sure you take them out of your Apple Wallet or whatever else there is.
I was going to ask you about, what do you think about like just closing them?
Yeah, if you can, absolutely.
Like, is that something you can do? I know you've recommended that to a lot of people, but
close what you can, and then you financed $1,000.
What is it?
Through.
Oh,
this is a DocuSign, so
yeah, it's probably through our work. So the bank system there.
What?
Yeah. So they have you can take out a personal loan
through work.
Yeah.
I
don't know. It was we did it as part of the
biweekly payments.
I think it was for part of the surgery, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. But I think it is. How much
was the surgery?
So altogether, mine was almost $7,000, and my wife's was about $5,500.
What does it cost in the United States?
Probably like $30,000, $40,000.
In your insurance, wouldn't it?
No. Okay. They specifically label like we don't cover obesity.
Okay.
Yeah.
You financed $1,000 to work.
It's almost done.
How much is left?
I think 300 to something. I'm sorry. This right here. I wrote it up top.
Oh, it's $399.
So it's $400.
Okay. Yep. With a $84.32 minimum monthly payment. Okay, and then this one you financed $500 through work again.
Yeah. So this one was an error on my part. I had paid the original one off early, and they didn't actually take the money. I didn't realize. So when they came back to charge it, they were like, "Hey, you still owe this because it never came out of your account," and so they just set that up for payments.
And 25.22% interest rate. Yep. Oh, these rates are rough. $135.69 is left what's owed, and it's a minimum monthly payment of $43.07. The debt does not stop. This is just an endless roll of debt. Oh man. Student loans.
Yep.
You're making me hate writing.
Yeah. I did not know.
These have resumed.
Yes, they have.
Are you making the payments?
Nope. That's why you see on there I'm like 2 months behind, or something behind, because I forgot that the payment.
I'm not saying anyone should do it, and no one should do it. At least for a year, though. Under the resuming, you're not gonna. This isn't gonna hit your credit, and they're not gonna garnish your wages. But a year from now, they could.
Yeah. So it wasn't intentional. I forgot that they were starting up. And
really? Didn't we all get like 1,000 trillion billion emails annoying us every day?
Yeah, I didn't.
No.
So it was one of your videos I watched about student loans, and I listened to you say they were starting back, and I was like, no, I really need to check that, and I saw that I had a balance on there.
Have you connected payment?
I haven't connected payment yet.
Connect payment.
Yeah, and then
step 1.
Yeah. So I just haven't, like I said, I haven't done it yet.
Okay, do it today.
Yeah.
$182.48 minimum monthly payment. Mm-hmm. Luckily, the highest rate is under 5%. Like 4.6 is the highest rate. Like that's good. Mm-hmm. You got a degree?
No.
Where'd you go to school?
The first one was a community college in my area, and then the second one.
Did you get an associate's?
No.
So you went to transfer to another institution?
Yes, sort of.
Okay.
So it was DeVry University was the second one. Online.
I recognize that name.
Yeah, I was taking online classes.
Okay.
And then I dropped both of them.
What were you trying to study?
Information technology, I think.
Yeah, I mean, information technology is good. What I wish I could have done. I wish I would have known you there. I would have gifted you an IT certification program through like Course Careers or something. Mm-hmm. Like those are fantastic.
Yeah, I wish.
And
I
yes, degrees absolutely help. They're great. Mm-hmm. But while you're just discovering what you want to do, imagine a 6-month much cheaper, 3 to 6 month much cheaper program versus going to college, dropping out, borrowing $20,000 to do it. It's like, unless you exactly knew what you wanted to do. What do you need to do the job you do now? What are the qualifications? You already have it, but I'm curious.
Yeah. I mean, just clean background, drug screening, high school diploma.
Okay. This is your checking account, isn't it?
Yep.
We've made it through the debts?
Yes.
You have nothing else?
No.
So, without any, the student loans being decent interest rate, the rest of them being like 20% or more, or death or 100 or kill me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 death, endless, ruin me debts. Yep. Okay. Yes. The food addiction very clearly still continues, and Dutch Bros is your favorite place in the world. You go there every second of your life.
Yeah.
What do you like so much about Dutch Bros? What do you get there?
Several different ones. The drinks.
Okay. Like coffees?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just that? Do y'all have a Dutch Bros?
We have Dutch Bros.
Oh, yeah. It's just, coffee.
Okay. But you don't get like any of the pastries or whatever?
No. Okay. Oh, do they even have?
I don't know. I've never been to one. No. But I just, $10 is a drinks. Lot.
Yeah, they're like $10.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I probably will never go to Dutch Bros with that kind of price. So, yeah. Dutch Bros.
Well, I'm sorry. $10 is the charge up on your phone. The minimum charge up on your phone for the app. The drinks are probably like 8 something.
Oh my, that's still ridiculous. Yeah. Is it huge?
I mean, it's larger than Starbucks.
You must get this on your way to the office, don't you?
Sometimes. And then I go every Sunday.
Dude, I bet I could make a better cup of coffee.
Probably.
I bet I could. And you pack that in the biggest glug you can get.
Yeah.
Take that to work. Dutch Bros, McDonald's, Temu, ATM withdrawal, $100. Who knows where that went? Starbucks, taquitos. There's a lot of things in here, by the way, that I just didn't even know what they were. And like the words are combined, and this is like the most pain in the statement to read in the world. Yeah. So there's a lot of through here, and I'm not going to call it all out, but just going through, there's a lot of loan payments, and you're doing micro borrowing. You're doing Dave.
Yeah.
Isn't Dave like a paycheck in like?
So currently, I'm sorry, I did forget about that. I'm kind of stuck in a loop right now.
Yeah, I bet.
Of the advances.
Yeah, you're just advancing to pay off your advance, right?
Yeah. There was I think 5 different apps that I was getting advances from, and yeah, I've been able to like taper it down to I think 3 now. So I'm
some amphitheater thing and taquitos. And what is automatic chef? It happens a lot. Is that a meal prepping service?
No. How much is it?
It comes up a lot. Oh well, this maybe it's a vending machine, $1.60.
Yeah, it's a
vending machine, taquitos, Best Buy. You already spent enough money there. Trust me. Whataburger, taquitos.
I think Best Buy was the credit card payment.
Oh, thank goodness, you're right. There's the Dave.com. They gave you $75, probably to just pay the $75 you owed. And and this is get a new gaming PC. You gotta go get those Steam games. And Dutch Bros and taquitos and overdraft fee. Yep. Overdraft. Dutch Bros, taquitos, ATM. Don't know where that one. $63. Taco Bell and taquitos and OnlyFans. Like, oh, okay. Like, I don't want to get into something weird. I really don't.
Yeah.
But there's like
bad times.
There's like a trillion free options, right?
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. Dave, taquitos.
So yeah, you'll see some of like the payday advance things, they come out separately. Like earning, if you borrow $200, it does like 4 charges of $50.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why.
ATM withdrawal $100, and there's the web earning, and vending machine, taquitos, Steam games. We're doing more of that. Temu, Taco Bell, Dutch Bros. Temu, are you happy with the things you get from Temu? They've desperately begged to sponsor me, and I refuse to allow them, just like most sponsors.
I consider it like the cell phone flea market. Yeah, if you've ever been to a flea market, you just see a bunch of like random crap.
Oh, I was thinking just like getting cell phones. I was
no, like a flea market. But
yeah, no, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Dutch Bros, there's the OnlyFans, taquitos, and OnlyFans, and taquitos, and Dutch Bros, and ATM fee, draft withdraw.
Yeah,
taquitos.
ATM. So the ATM fees get refunded up to 4 times.
Okay, you go to the ATM a lot then.
Yes.
There's Dave, and there's Earnin, and there's Dave. So your loop, how much would it take to get you out of the loop from the 3 pay advance?
So there's Earnin, which is about 200, and then Dave 125, and then Bridget is 75, and then Klarna 100.
All right. Okay. Well, here's the thing, dude. A lot of money, a massive percent. You're not paying extra on your debt, and you're missing debt payments. Yet still, your actual debt payments was 19% of your spending, because that's how big your minimum monthly payments are. Because you're missing payments, and it's still that high. You're not making anything extra. Your car and gas and everything, it's an extra 22% for spending, which is crazy. Your housing's 20%. Even just phone and internet 5%. You do go to HEB a lot, and you get a lot of food. $590. That's 12%. Going out to eat is only 2.5. It's not crazy. Those drinks do add up. Yep. And $124 though. And the extra taquitos you're getting was 5%. Large purchases almost about 10%. Sending out money in Cash App was 3%. The other large purchases, ATM withdrawing, U.S. Gloss Alternati. I'm not sure.
I don't either.
So this whole conversation does not matter if you're actually not willing to take the steps to change. To be very clear, there will have been no point of going through that, and there will be no point of creating a budget if you are not willing to take the steps to change. I need to know from you, how much do you actually care? How much are you willing to sacrifice? Do you give a single
Yes, I do. That's why I've been working on it for, the last probably month. Doctor's therapy, stuff like that.
Good.
I'm trying to, I think I'm just now getting over the divorce. I feel like it's not in my mind. I was having panic attacks daily, multiple a day. And, that's another thing is the constant panic attacks and stuff. And then,
trust me, I feel that one.
I think now it's starting, I'm kind of getting back into, how I was.
Listen, I couldn't imagine a divorce. My high school breakup took me like a year to get over. So like, I couldn't imagine how you're feeling. You have there's every technical justification for this to have happened, but it's putting you in such a terrible position, and it's putting your life in such a terrible position that you have to take control now. A month of progress, that's great. I can be happy about that. We often have on the show people who've done a month of progress before they come on, though. And then I hear back from them like afterwards, like they do another really good month and then they fall back into old ways. Yeah. Especially when it comes to addictive tendencies and coping tendencies, that can be really easy to fall into, my dude. And you're already stuck in the loop of the Daves and the Klarna and the Bridget and the Earn. That can be hard to get out of. So I need your 100% commitment. If we're going to build a budget, if we're going to work to get you out of this I need your 100% commitment.
Absolutely.
Okay. Give me your rent.
Rent, my part is $600.
Give me your portion of utilities. Including in and out if you could.
So my sister just gives me a lump sum. I pay the rest.
You live with your sister?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she gives me about $800.
What do you think?
A month.
Including rent?
Yeah, that's rent.
Oh, okay.
No, that is rent.
Oh, how much do you put towards utilities on top of your 600? Would you say?
So utilities, electricity is about 170, 150, 170. Water, sewer, and trash, all that's already in our rent. And then internet is like 100.
You pay half of that?
Yeah.
Okay, if you pay half of the other thing as well, it's 125 total. Okay. What's your phone bill?
116.
Car insurance?
152. I think.
Copay for medical stuff, health insurance, all that.
Covered.
Therapy is 100% covered?
Covered, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
As for your line of work, absolutely, definitely should be. Lots of subscriptions, or a few subscriptions, canceling. We don't need them right now. Okay, let's get your minimum monthly payments. Well, actually, okay, groceries. Now we've proven that easily people can meet their caloric goals on $250 a month at HEB. Mm-hmm. Sorting cheapest to most expensive for prepping what you need to get. Yeah. With your situation and you're losing weight, and I don't know how unique your food situation is. Mm-hmm. Is it much more unique than the average person?
There is some things that I have to avoid.
Okay.
Because it causes I think it's called dumping syndrome.
Okay.
Where it goes straight through. Your body doesn't digest it and it makes you sick.
Okay.
But
can they get you there $350 at HEB?
Oh yeah.
For a month?
No, yeah. I think I only spent like 100 something.
Yeah, but you ate on a lot too.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. So I'm talking about HEB wise.
Yeah, I'm gonna do $350, and I'm giving you $100 for anything else you need to survive. That's toilet paper, whatever you put that to, what you need to put that towards. Minimum monthly payments. Gas. How much in gas?
Not much. Probably like $30 a month.
Okay. Whew. Yeah. Minimum monthly payments for debts. That's insane.
So if I may, I remember why so the credit cards are showing they're behind. So the statements were older. I showed you. I think I gave them to you a little earlier than what you wanted to, but I didn't think it mattered. But there was, I think, last month where I basically just decided to say F it, and I gave up on all my finances.
Last month?
Yeah. But then...
What? You said you've had a month of good.
No. I don't think I did. Did I?
You suggested. Or I may have misinterpreted or misheard.
Oh, possibly.
So last month you just completely gave up?
Yeah, I just gave up. And so... Okay. About a week after that, I decided that was a really bad idea, and I was already behind on all my stuff. So I think that's where Credit Fresh came from. Is I took out a loan to catch up on everything that I was stupid with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oftentimes there's a lot of uncontrollable things in our budget. You need to have a phone and a plan to survive these days. And it can be hard to cut back because those plans can be really expensive. A really good way to do that is with Mint Mobile, where you can get a plan as little as $15 a month. Imagine how much money you can save with that. I have an affiliate link in the description below. I highly recommend checking it out. It just takes a few minutes and you could save a lot of money. Yeah, it's as simple as you can't afford to live. I mean, you're down $600. So you're under $600, which you need to survive in order to meet your minimum monthly payments. You say on your very best paying month, you just break even. Mm-hmm. Just break even. So, and you said you work 50 to 60 hours a week?
Yeah.
Hey. And we, just like the episode that got uploaded today, this might be the second time that bankruptcy might be considered. It won't touch your student loans, but the student loans are not my biggest concern here. Obviously, your car, that's going to be a situation you're going to have to figure that out. Mm-hmm. And you've been through the separation. You're going to go through the divorce, and this bankruptcy can have a very similar emotional toll in someone in your situation. That's why I just don't really like talking about it here, because any studies on mental health when it comes to bankruptcy and everything concerned, it's so rough. It's one of the worst things to go through. It's so stressful. It's so hard to go through, and it's not cheap to go through either, depending. So it's like, God, I don't want to recommend it, and that's like the last thing I would recommend. But you're already working like the max hours you can work, and going on the most aggressive budget possible. No fun, not a single cent of fun. You're still behind $600. How much are you making per hour again?
24.25.
Just not bad. You've dug yourself such a big hole. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. This is very, very difficult. What's your credit?
I did it, so.
Yes. I'm trying to think of solutions.
So.
I mean, there are solutions. I'm just trying to think of like the least hard and rough solution.
The beginning of this year, it was almost $690. Now it's $621.
$621, really? Yeah. Okay. I'm actually surprised it's that high.
So Credit Karma is $621, and then.
Have you pulled a free credit report this year so far?
Yeah, I think so.
You have?
I do Equifax as well. I have that app, and it says $640.
Okay.
So I don't know which one to follow.
A thing to consider. What's that car worth? Have you looked it up?
Yeah, it's worth about $20,000.
Oh shit.
Yep. That's why I said I carried over the.
Yep. Oh. Technically, you can save $10,000 by borrowing a $20,000 personal loan, selling that car, paying it off with $10,000 of the personal loan, then getting yourself a $10,000 car. You could do that. Saves you $10,000. It doesn't exactly get us out of this hole.
Yeah, I can't borrow. I've tried. So I've seen videos.
Well, that's why I was asking about your credit score.
Yeah, well, I've seen videos where you've suggested it.
Your debt to income. I bet it's your debt to income ratio. Because what I would love to see, potential option, but I think this is going to be difficult in your situation, just gathering a lot of this as much as we can and consolidating it. Yeah. But it's going to be difficult again. So, I mean, there are solutions. The solutions are You get a better job. Easier said than done. You work more hours. Basically impossible in your situation. We consolidate. Who knows if you'll get approved for that? You sell your car, get in a personal loan to make the difference to get another car. You won't get approved for that, as you just said. So it just leads me, like, is bankruptcy the only option? I cannot stomach actually saying yes.
Yeah, my fear is how it affects my job. So I don't know.
What, bankruptcy?
Yeah. I don't know. I'll have to look into it, but I know, like, working in law enforcement, there are some financial ties and stuff, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't want to speak on that if I don't have the full answer, so I'm not going to. Well, I want a second eye on this. There's a couple financial advisors that I have relationships with who I trust. We have, similar mindsets on it. And I want to see if I'm missing something. If they have other ideas, I'll pay for them to go over your situation and have, a conversation with you. Mm-hmm. I'll do that because right now, for the first time ever on the show, I cannot think of a true, actual path forward. Because it is really, really difficult. And I'm so sorry you're going through this. And I cannot stomach the idea of recommending bankruptcy, especially with all you've already gone through and knowing that your mental health is where it is. It would just be so difficult. You can't work more hours. You can't get loans to consolidate. You can't get loans to make the difference between the car and get a cheaper car. What is it? There's a lot of things to go. Again, this is... I can't think of all the options I can think of are just terrible. There's allow them all to go to collections. Hope they don't come after you in an aggressive way. I mean, technically they can go to court, depending where. State by state basis. I know Texas has some interesting laws around certain collections.
Yep. And that was the whole thought that I was telling you about, like last
just
month.
Giving up.
Yeah, just giving up. Like,
but even still, they're gonna sell for pennies on the dollar. Yep. There is still the chance that some companies could legally, pursue, small chance. But I don't think that's something you could go through, from just you individually. I wouldn't want you to go through that. Then you're leaving it on your credit for 7 years, never touching it, never gonna get approved for anything. That time. So technically, again, I laid out some options. Just none of them are good. None of them are things I want to tell you to do. So I'm gonna get a second eye on it. I want to get a second opinion. Let's send you to another doctor and get that second opinion. But I'm sorry, man. I wish I could give you more. I really wish I could give you a clear. Here's how to budget. But even in your budget, we're down $600. Again, 70 hours a week. Do you find yourself picking up an additional 20 hours at another job? Can you push yourself that hard? I cannot, in good conscience, push you to a physical limit that puts you in danger, a mental health limit that puts you in danger. What do you think?
I'm not really sure. I can still try to just get as much overtime as I can. And I think our max is about 70 hours a week, I think.
But even with that, you said your max only breaks even with this, so we're not making progress. At least your head's when it comes to water levels right here in that situation. Right now it's right here. Are you taking any 401k contributions?
Yeah, so I looked it up. I didn't print you out a form because I forgot about it, but I have... through the municipality, I think, something like that. I have about 9,000 right now.
Yeah, but how much are you contributing? What percentage?
7%.
And they match up to?
At 5 years, they match 100%.
Of 7%?
Yeah.
Okay. This goes against every bone in my body because I am take the match. It's going to beat the bad 30% credit card interest because you get 100%. First of all, you have interest rates on here over 100%. So that doesn't even mathematically make sense anymore. And you have to wait for a while for it to vest anyway. Number 2, you simply cannot afford to eat. You are not above water right now. That 7%, I need it to be hitting your checking account. We need to stop that just for basic survival.
Yeah, through the county, I don't think you can stop it.
What? Yeah. It's a mandatory contribution?
I think so. It's something I can look into, but
so Like through the union?
Probably. I'm not sure.
Like that might be something worth looking into.
I've never really focused on any of it, so
I don't even need you to focus on it. I just need it to stop. But yeah, maybe through the public sector thing that you're in, maybe you can't. I don't know. Maybe it's. You're right. That's Yeah, let's get that a second opinion. I'm sorry. I really am.
Oh, I understand. Really, like I said, it's my bed. I made it. And I have to lie in it. And I'm just hoping that it's something that I can get through. So
I hope so too, man. Your life does matter. You've taken control of the physical. Let's take control of the financial. Yep. I'm so sorry. God. And of course, if I think of anything, if I'm just having a brain fart of something obvious right now, we're going to be right in touch with you immediately. But let me get you set up with an advisor. Okay. You have any final thoughts? Any final questions?
I mean, if you ever feel like, anyone else watching, if you ever feel like, you're having that kind of mind slump, it's best to try to work through it and not just spend money, I guess. So
obviously, a Hammer Financial score 0 out of 10. I'm going to connect him with someone and we're going to try to find him the best path forward. Make sure to check out all the resources linked in the description below. They are what I personally use or would use in specific situations. If you want to be in an episode of Financial Audit and you're able to make it down to Austin, Texas, fill out the survey in the description below.